The next key benefit is spiritual practice. You know, these guys were going for enlightenment within one lifetime, like we said. They can't be sleeping for 30 years. They're going to be doing their practice. In fact, there's a story about, I think it's Shantideva, Nalanda University. And Shantideva used to be called the one who eats, sleeps, and shits. So they never saw this guy doing any practice. And they say, oh, you never do anything around the temple, you're never at study class, you know, you're not this great teacher, you're not this great master. And they challenged him one day to a debate. And it said in this debate he levitated above everyone, and I think he turned into an eagle, you know, some massive mystical thing. And they were like, how did this happen? The guy does no practice. Eats, sleeps, and shits. That's what he was doing as practice, in his sleep. So the theory is, once you become lucid in the dream, rather than flying around like Batman, like we like to do. By the way, guys, if you want to fly in your lucid dream, you don't need to do this. It's a thought form. This does nothing. You know, just be like, fly. You know, but we do this. We fly about, or we have sex with movie stars, or we do all this stuff that, you know, that we do. But there's something else we can be doing in our lucid dreams. We can be doing our spiritual practice. How? Very simply. Whatever your spiritual practice is, you do it within the lucid dream. Example. Dreamy, 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 dreamy. Pig flying through the sky. Oh, pig's flying through the sky. Oh my God, I'm dreaming. Okay, I'm dreaming. Right, what am I going to do? Meditation practice. Engage your spiritual practice within the lucid dream. It is incredibly beneficial to do spiritual practice such as meditation, mantra recitation, prayers for others, visualization, whatever it is, deity practice, within the lucid dream. Why? Partly because the lucid dream is a thin place, where the veils of ignorance which obscure our enlightened nature are at their thinnest. So if you engage in spiritual practice in this state of mind that is a little bit closer to your truly enlightened nature, the practice can work with even greater power. The Taoists, who have a great dream yoga tradition, it's not just the Buddhists who are into this, the Taoists. One Taoist teacher I've heard say 1 hour of meditation in the lucid dream state is worth a 1-month retreat in the waking state. Now, I've never managed an hour of meditation in the lucid dream, but I've done a couple of minutes, so I know we can do the maths, whatever. The point is, it is very beneficial. For a lot of people, when they first engage meditation in the lucid dream, it only lasts a few seconds. It's like on one breath, you enter the essence of meditation. It's like as soon as you do it, that first breath, I mean, I suddenly wake up because my mind gets blown. It's just like you go straight there to the essence of meditation. And apparently this is because we are unhindered by the limitations of our gross corporeal body. We are in a dream body, which is unlimited. Right now, like my foot's hurting a little bit because I've been sitting cross-legged all day. So in a minute, I'm going to have to move my legs. Lucid dream, there's no legs to ache. I don't even have to sit here. In lucid dream, you can float up into the sky and do it. I mean, you're unlimited. Get another quote from my teacher. Lucid dreaming offers a rare training ground for us to experience the act of realization that what we thought to be real is actually not real. And so we are no longer experiencing the ignorance of the illusion. How do we do this in a lucid dream? Just explore. I do a hell of a lot less in my lucid dreams now than I used to. Now, sometimes when I become lucid, I just walk around touching stuff. So, oh my God, I'm that door. I'm creating that illusion of solidity, where I'll touch a leaf, and you realize the top of the leaf is waxy, the bottom of the leaf is unwaxed. Such detailed realism. And just try and really experience the nature of the dream, that it is empty of existence, empty of inherent existence. That it exists only among the causes and conditions of sleep, dream, and awareness within that dream. What I want to look at now is the ability to receive teachings within the lucid dream state. And this is where we get into stuff where some of you might be like, oh, I'm not sure about the... Well, actually, we've gone straight into the bardo, and no one's walked out yet, so I reckon... so I reckon we can do this. But I will give you kind of some options on this. The fact is, within the lucid dream, you can receive teachings. Specific instructions, which I have found impossible to tally with stuff I know in the waking state. I mean, I've done stuff where I've like reread books because I thought I must have read that in that book and I can't find it. You know, very specific instruction. Sometimes you will become lucid in the dream and a dream character will walk up to you and offer you teachings and insight on a specific part of your life. That can sometimes happen. Or what sometimes happens in my case is that I call for teachings. So I become lucid and I call out to the sky, not to people because they're projections, I call out to the dream itself. Lama Yeshe Rinpoche, come to me, teach me, for the benefit of all beings. Now the reason I put that bodhicitta motivation on the end is because if I don't, he doesn't appear. Isn't that weird? I've had it where I go, Lama Yeshe Rinpoche, come to me, teach me. Lama Yeshe, come on, I'm here, I'm lucid. Oh, for the benefit of all beings. It's so crazy, isn't it? So anyway, I say this, and then very often Lama Yeshe Rinpoche will appear. The form of him. Right? So we have three options on this form. And then he offers me teachings that I'm pretty sure I haven't read or engaged anywhere before. Three options on this. Number one, I am interacting with a projection of my own higher self, which is manifesting in the form of my archetype of enlightened wisdom, which in my case is my guru. If I was a hardcore Christian, my archetype of enlightened wisdom would be Jesus, would be the Virgin Mary. Do you get what I mean? We're dealing with ourselves. It's ourselves. But it's in archetypal form. You know archetypes like tarot deck. These are archetypes. The wise man. So my archetype of the wise man is Lama Yeshe Rinpoche. So that could be what's happening. And in my case it probably is. Because Rinpoche has got far better things to do than come into my dreams. So with me, it's most definitely just this first option. But for you guys, maybe it's something else. Second option. Because the lucid dream state is a thin place, it seems like within the lucid dream, it is easier to tune in, like a radio tuner, to tune in to the enlightened mind stream of masters and teachers, whether they know it or not. A bit like they're kind of broadcasting constantly. And you can kind of, in the lucid dream, you can tune in. Of course, we could tune into meditation too, but for me, it's incredibly difficult. So I need to go to the lucid dream to tune in. But it seems like you can tune in. The third option is that within the lucid dream, you might be engaging something that goes beyond just archetypes of the wise man and into an experience of your own Buddha nature, of your own awakened state, which could offer you things way beyond your knowledge. But that's another option. There is option 4, of course, which is that these enlightened beings can actually enter your dream. That because they recognize the nature of their own mind, they can separate their subjective sense of self, so their mind stream, and guide it places. Physical places, or more easily, thin places, such as your lucid dream. In my case, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He wouldn't bother coming into my dream. But I have heard a teacher who has experienced this, who when they were doing their 4-year retreat, had an experience of a Lama entering their dream, the retreat Lama in fact, and in the morning went down to his cabin to tell him, and the Lama opened the door and said, oh, about that dream last night, and acknowledged that he was in it before the student had said it. So I know it's possible, because the person who told me is now a teacher of mine, so I believe him. But whatever. Me and Rob Nairn have debated this back and forth, because I wanted to come up with something solid for the book. What is happening when you receive these teachings? In the end, he said, you know what? Don't worry about it. If the teachings you receive in the lucid dream state are based on wisdom and compassion and bring benefit to yourself and others when you engage them in the waking state, don't worry about where they're from. Maybe they're from this aspect of mind, that aspect of mind, guru yoga mind, whatever. Just be happy they're there.